The babies stopped crying the moment the bombs began. That was the first thing survivors remembered. Blackout curtains hung tightly across the maternity ward while air raid sirens screamed over London. Nurses rushed between rows of newborns lit only by shaking flashlight beams as German bombers thundered across the night sky. And somewhere inside that darkness, one nurse began changing lives forever. Her name was Margaret Ellison, quiet, precise, and trusted by everyone inside St. Augustine's Hospital during the Blitz of 1941. Mothers praised her gentle voice. Doctors relied on her calm during chaos. No one suspected what she was doing once the lights went out. Every bombing raid brought confusion. Medical records scattered across desks. Infants were moved between safe rooms as explosions shook the building. Exhausted mothers drifted in and out of consciousness while dust fell from the ceiling above them. And Margaret used those moments carefully. A bracelet removed, a name card switched, a child placed into another woman's arms. At first, nobody noticed. A wealthy banker's daughter suddenly belonged to a dockworkers' family in East London. A poor woman's son was raised inside a luxurious home beyond the city. Entire bloodlines shifted silently beneath the sound of air raid sirens and collapsing buildings. But Margaret believed she was doing something righteous. Private notes discovered decades later revealed her obsession with class inequality. She wrote that children born into poverty never stand a chance. In her mind, she wasn't stealing lives. She believed she was rescuing infants from futures filled with hunger, suffering, and hopelessness. So she chose for them, night after night, raid after raid, until one mistake destroyed everything. During a massive bombing attack in October 1941, part of the hospital lost power completely. In the panic, 2 newborn girls were accidentally given identical temporary bracelets. Margaret switched one child anyway, but this time she overlooked something small. The real mother had memorized a tiny, crescent-shaped birthmark hidden behind her daughter's ear. The next morning, her screams echoed through the ward. She insisted the baby wasn't hers. Doctors dismissed her as traumatized by the bombing. Nurses whispered that stress had broken her mind. Even her husband begged her to stop making accusations during wartime. But the mother never changed her story. She knew the child in her arms belonged to someone else. Years passed, then decades. The truth should have disappeared forever beneath the ruins of wartime London. But in 1987, a dying former nurse confessed while investigators reopened forgotten hospital records from the Blitz. Hidden documents revealed inconsistent birth logs, missing identification tags, and handwritten notes signed by Margaret herself. Authorities eventually confirmed that at least 11 babies had been deliberately swapped. Some families reunited after decades apart. Others refused to accept the truth at all. And some victims discovered their real parents had died long before they ever learned their real names. Today, the hospital no longer exists, destroyed years ago during redevelopment. But among the surviving families, one question still lingers quietly through generations of silence. How many stolen lives were never discovered?